Tsunamis are not caused by hurricanes, earthquakes, undersea landslides, and volcanic eruptions.
Yes, sir. So you have to raise your hand and answer within 10 seconds because if you raise your hand even right at the drop of the 10-second mark, you won't be getting that. So let us start. The first question is Chambal River is a part of Sabarmati, Ganga, Narmada or Godavari? Yes, Tejaswini, your answer. Narmada? That is indeed the correct answer. 100 points to you. Your second question. I would request you people to lower your hands once you have answered, so that it will be easier for us to yes. DDT was invented by which of the following? Time is start. I would request you people to lower your hands once you have answered, so that it will be easier. Any idea?
I'm just guessing.
Your 10-mark boundary is up. If your 10-mark boundary is up, but I'm afraid even if you had said Carl Benz, it wouldn't have been correct. It was actually Mosul. Coming to the third question, Pranav, will you do it?
Yes, obviously, yeah. Volcanic eruption do not occur in the Baltic Sea, Black Sea, Caribbean Sea, or Caspian Sea.
Yes, Tejaswini?
Caspian Sea. Yes.
I'm afraid that's the wrong answer, although it was within time. It's the Baltic Sea. Volcanic eruptions do not occur in the Baltic Sea. Question number 4. Indus River originates in Kinnar, Ladakh, Nepal, and Tibet. Yes, Sharanya, well within time.
Ladakh.
You said that Indus originates in Ladakh. I'm sorry, Indus doesn't originate in Ladakh, but further up north, mainly in Tibet. So again, the 100 points is lost. We'll be moving on to the fifth question now.
So, which is the hottest planet in the solar system? We have the first option as Mercury, second option as Venus,
You have already raised your hand even before the options are called
third,
out.
third option is Mars.
Yes, repeat again. Mercury. Mercury is not the hottest planet of the solar system, although it's the closest. It's actually Venus. So another miss in this round. You have got 5 more questions, so let's see what happens. Because I feel the scores are pretty close. Question number 6. With which of the following rivers does Chambal River merge? You've got Banas, Ganga, Narmada, and Yamuna. Yes, Tejaswini, you raised your hand again.
Narmada. Narmada.
Yamuna is the correct answer. Yes, you got it correct this time. 100 points to you.
Sorry, but I said Narmada actually.
Did you? Okay, then you won't be getting 100. I'm sorry. It must have been some audio glitch. And with that, we'll be moving on to the 7th question.
Where was the electricity supply first introduced in India? Option A, Mumbai. Option B, Dehradun. Option C, Darjeeling. And
Yes,
option
Chandana.
D, Chennai.
Chandana has already raised a hand. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's Chennai.
I'm afraid that's the wrong answer, although well within time because it was actually Darjeeling because the Britishers were mainly in India and they used to go there during summer and they were like, okay, it's too hot for us without electricity. Question number 8. Amravati, Bhavani, Hemavati, and Kabini are tributaries of which one of the following rivers? Yes, Shalini.
Godavari.
I'm afraid Godavari is not the correct guess. It's actually Kaveri. Yeah, it's Kaveri. Yes.
And the second last question, which of the following is related to Bharat Vinman scheme? Option A, food grain production self-sufficiency. Option B, family welfare program. Option C, infrastructure development. And option D, employment generation program.
Yes, Chandana.
Option C, infrastructure development.
That is the correct answer because Nirman means, doing something or building something. It is the infrastructure development. 100 points to you, Chandana. And with that, we come to the last question of the timer round. Which peninsular river is least seasonal in flow? Yes, Tejaswini.
Option D, Kaveri.
I'm afraid the guess was not rightly placed because it's actually Godavari and not Kaveri. So not the 100 points. But 4 more rounds left, so plenty of options. Keep your head and just play well. So with that, the end of the second round, and we'll be moving on to the third round. This third round, we call it match time. So basically, you'll be having 5 pictures and 8 options, and you have to match them. And if you get all of them correct, like there'll be 20 questions for each, like 20 marks for each of these questions. That'll be a total of 100 points. Get all 5 questions correct, a full 100 points. I'll be sharing my screen, and let's see. So can my screen be seen?
Yep.
Okay. So so the first question is detective characters.
Sorry, can you please zoom in little? I'm not able to see the letters.
You are not able to.
See the letters, like what is? Only you can see the picture.
Zoom in.
Zoom it.
Okay, zoom at 1 second. Is it better now? Is it better? Okay, so I think it's okay right now. So the first question, that's to you, Chandana. It's detective characters and their creatures. We have got Bhumkesh Bakshi, Feluda, Sherlock Holmes, Lord Peter Wimsey, and Hercule Poirot. We have got 8 options, and you'll be getting a total of 50 seconds. Your time starts now.
Sorry, now, what should I do? I should match this.
Yeah, you should be matching. You have 5 options. These are the detectives, and these are the creators. So you'll be matching them.
Okay. I 1 second.
You can take guesses because there are no negative markings here either.
Yeah, I don't know some of the characters.
You can try taking a guess.
Yeah. I'm taking all guesses. I know. First, Umesh Bakshi. Taking Sunil Gangopatra. And for the second option, for the second picture,
That's Feluda.
I'm giving Walter Mosley.
Okay.
Sherlock Holmes.
You have got 10 more seconds.
Sherlock Holmes, Robert T. Parker. For the fourth picture, I'm giving Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And
Okay.
Hercule Poirot, last option, I'm giving Agatha Christie.
Okay, your time's up. Okay, just within time, I would say. So you said Bhumkesh Bakshi, Sunil Gangopatra.
Yes.
Sunil Gangopatra is indeed a Bengali writer, but he is not the creator of Bhumkesh Bakshi. He is the creator of Kakababu. The correct answer would have been Sharbindu Gangopatra. Feluda is again a Bengali detective, and his creator is none other than Satyajit Ray, and he's much famous among us kids. Sherlock Holmes, you said Robert B. Parker. Sherlock Holmes, the world famous detective, he was created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
The Sherlock Holmes is going like, I think, Conan Doyle.
Okay. And then we have Lord Peter Wimsey, whom you took the guess as Walter Motley. Yeah. That again, I'm afraid, is not the correct answer. It's Dorothy Sayers. Hercule Poirot, right at the last moment, you went ahead with Agatha Christie. That again is the correct answer. So I had set 20 points for each correct answer. You'll be getting 40 points, not at all bad. I think that's really good. So with that, we'll be moving on. Second question of match time. And the second question is for Sharanya. And it's food and countries. And your time starts now. You've got Traunomo, Schnitzel, Okroshika, and Bruschetta, as well as Shukma. And these are your 8 options. These are the countries and these are the names of the foods. Sharanya, it's to you.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay. 20 seconds have already passed, remember. 60 seconds, which means you have 40 seconds more.
Okay. Okay, this bruschetta is Russian.
Okay. Bruschetta is Russian, you said.
I don't know. I'll just guess. The first one, Normand, is
Traunomo.
Tronomon, is from Italy.
Okay. Traunomo, you said, is from Italy.
Yeah. Okay, the second one.
And I'm afraid your time's up.
Okay.
Your time's up. But if you want, we can complete it, although you won't be getting points. But would you like to complete it?
I actually should guess, so it's better you answer this.
Okay, fine. So you said bruschetta is from Russia. Actually, okroshka is from Russia. Bruschetta is from Italy. Traunamo, you said Italy. Traunamo is actually from France. It's basically something with which they end their name. Schnitzel is Germany. And shukto is from Bengal. It's the dish we start our food with, and that's from India. So I'm afraid you haven't scored anything in match time. 3 more rounds. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of chances to score. And with that, we'll be coming to our last participant, Tejaswini. And Tejaswini, here is your match time. Nobel laureates, and this is basically the list of exactly those statements which was used by the board when they announced that these people are getting a Nobel Prize. They have got Malala, Robert Penrose, Harvey J. Alter, Michael Houghton, and Charles Rice. Abhijit Banerjee, Esther Duflo, and Michael Fraser, and we have got Rabindranath Tagore. And these are your 8 options. Your
For
time.
Malala, okay. So for Malala, it's for her
No,
fight
this is for you,
right.
Tejaswini. This is for you, Tejaswini. Yes, what's your first guess?
So for Malala,
Yeah, Malala, which one do you think it
for
is?
her fight for the right of every child to receive an education.
Okay. Next. You have 40 more seconds. Robert Penrose, Harvey J. Alter, Michael Houghton, Charles Rice, Abhijit Banerjee, Esther Duflo, Michael Fraser, and Rabindranath Banerjee. You can take guesses. You've got 20 more seconds.
Rabindranath Banerjee, maybe the discovery, extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation.
Okay, so
Also
this is
because of his profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful words. That one.
and your
Charles-
time's up.
Okay.
Your time is up. Okay, so you said that Abhijit Banerjee, Esther Duflo, Michael Fraser for extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between people. I'm afraid that's not the right answer because extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between people, that was actually Michael Obama. That was actually for Michael Obama's Peace Prize. I told you 8 options, but all of them are not correct. Then he said Malala for her fight for the right of every child to receive an education. Obviously, we all know how the Taliban shot her. I wouldn't exactly approve of that. And then you went on with Roger Penrose for his profoundly sensitive, fresh and beautiful verse by which, with consummate skill, he has made his poetic thought expressed in his own English words a part of the literature of the West. Robert Penrose actually discovered that black hole formation is a robust prediction, and he basically put forward the general theory of relativity. It was actually Rabindranath Tagore who, for his Gitanjali, had received the Nobel Prize for his profoundly sensitive verse. So, with that, we'll be coming to the end of match time. We have scored 20 points for getting Malala Yousafzai correct.
So we'll be moving on to our next round, that is the audio visuals. So in this round, we'll be showing you 7 audio visuals, and we'll be playing each of them, and you'll be have to answering the questions we ask based on them. So here's your first audio visual.
So should we raise our hands for this?
Yes, you will be raising your hands. 100 points for a correct answer, no negative marking. So, whose tomb is Prime Minister Narendra Modi visiting, and where is the tomb located? Would you like the video to be replayed because there are still no hands?
So have I got any?
No hands. I'll tell the answer. Sri Narendra Modi, he is visiting the grave of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal emperor, and this is in Myanmar. So no one gets the points for this. Can we move on to the next audio visual, please? Okay, so this is a movie, and you have to name the movie and the person who is playing this particular character. Can I get some hands, please? You can take a guess because, again, as I said, no negative marking. Any guesses?
I don't know the movie, but is that Tom Cruise?
No, that's not Tom Cruise. Yes, Tejaswini, would you like to take another guess? Yes, Tejaswini, please. Tejaswini, would you like to answer? Then you need to unmute yourself because you are still on mute.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Is it War? I'm not sure I'm this question.
Yeah, is it, which movie did you say?
War.
No, it's not that. So, anyone else who wants to take another guess? Chandana, you are the only one left. Would you like to take a guess?
I don't even know the name.
Okay, so I'll give you a hint. It's a James Bond movie. Will you be able to guess now? You would like to know the actor who is playing James Bond and the name of the movie. Do you know this is a very famous scene when he escapes from Russia basically and he parachutes to a plane which is about to crash and he makes sure that the plane doesn't crash. Not a very possible stunt, but yes, he did does that. And still no hand, so I'll say the answer. The movie is Goldeneye, and the person playing James Bond is Anne Fleming. So again, no, this question is basically not answered by anyone. So we will be moving on to the third question of the audiovisual round.
We hope that this will be the beginning of a new era where there will be more emphasis on the role of the people in the everyday politics of our country. We also hope that we will be able to go further along the road towards national reconciliation. We would welcome all parties.
Yes, Tejaswini. Who do you think the speaker
Not
is?
just guessing it. Is it Indira Gandhi?
Yeah, please repeat once more.
Indira Gandhi?
No, it's not Indira Gandhi. I'll give you a hint. The speaker is from Myanmar. Yes. Can I have any hands? No hands. The speaker is actually Aung San Suu Kyi, and she was a Burmese politician and diplomat. And even in 2021, she is the state councillor of Myanmar and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And this is a post which she has right from 2016. So again, no one gets these points. The next audio visual.
The light has gone out of our lives, and there is darkness everywhere. And I do not quite know what to tell you and how to say it. Our beloved leader, Bapu as we called him, the father of the nation, is no more.
Yes, Sharanya?
Is that Abdul Kalam?
No, Chandana?
Jawaharlal Nehru.
That's the correct guess. That is indeed Jawaharlal Nehru. And this speech is being given on Gandhiji's death. The famous speech, The Light Has Gone Out of Our Lives. And the next audio visual.
May I please know who told Jawaharlal Nehru?
It was actually Chandana who said Jawaharlal Nehru.
Okay.
So we are done with the audio visuals.
So next we have the pick identifier round. 10 questions. You'll obviously be raising your hand. 100 points, no time crunch, and no negative marking. So you can take all the time you want. Remember, we'll be showing you a picture and asking a question along with it. It's mostly about identifying the person. So yes, can we have the first picture? Yes, Tejaswini, you have already raised your hand.
Is it Anna?
Repeat again.
I don't know his name actually. There is one person, Anna in Tamil Nadu. Is it me?
You know the full name.
I don't know the name.
Well, that's indeed a correct guess because that is indeed CM Annadurai. So 100 points to you. And your second question. Pranav, would you like to do it?
Okay. So name the artist. So name the artist shown in the picture over here.
He is from Orissa, and he's been awarded plenty of times for his sand sculptures. No hands as far as I can see. So I would say the answer is Sudarshan Patanaik, and he has recently being recognized for all the timeless sand sculptures which he is doing, which are really beautiful. And he's from Orissa. The third question of pick identifier round. Name the structure and the country. I hope you guys can see the picture, right? So can you guess the structure and the country?
Handwritten.
Could you please repeat?
Is it? I don't know. I'm guessing it. Handbridge. The name of the structure.
Okay. And do you by any chance know the country?
don't know actually. Is it Switzerland? I don't know actually.
It's not the Han Bridge, it's actually more the Golden Bridge, and it's in Vietnam. So I'm afraid you won't be getting the $100. Your next picture, and you need to identify this person, and he's also known as the father of the White Revolution in India. Um, I would encourage you to take a wild guess and raise your hands because there are no negative markings. He is the father of the White Revolution. Yes, Sharanya.
Is that Milka Singh?
No, I said father of the White Revolution, not Milka Singh. No way. Any other
Okay, one.
guesses? Chandana, Tejaswini, would you like to take a try?
Actually, I've read this in books many times, but I forgot the name.
So I'll tell you the answer. It's basically Verghese Kurien, and he is known as the father of the White Revolution in India. And we'll be moving on to the next big identifier. Name this woman, and she was the first lady doctor of India. She's the first lady doctor, obviously, in a era where women were not even allowed to go out. She became the first lady doctor. Any guesses?
You should give a clue for this.
The fact that she's the first woman doctor of India, I gave a big clue. Because, I mean,
That is the question, not the clue.
yeah, but the clue is that she's the first woman doctor of India, and India obviously has got one woman doctor who came first.
I read this, but I don't remember. Some Vijay Lakshmi, something like that.
Give it another try.
Can you tell the name, first letter of the name, so that I can guess?
Okay, so the first letter of the name is A. Can we take a guess now? No hassle now. She is Anandbai Gopal Rao Joshi, the first woman doctor of India, and she basically created history. And she was a doctor of Western medicine and was from Bombay Presidency of India. She graduated with a 2-year degree in the United States. Our next question of quick identifiers. Identify these two actors. Yes, Chandana. Could you answer? You're on mute. You need to unmute yourself.
One is Sridevi, who is the child.
Yes, and the adult woman. That's correct.
One is I'm not sure.
Any guesses? Anyone else would like to have a try?
Can you tell the first letter of that?
Her initials are JJ.
Sorry?
Her initials are J and J.
I know, but I'm not.
Jayalalitha.
Yeah, that's correct. That's Jayalalitha and Sridevi. 50 points to you, Tejaswini, and 50 points to you, Chandana, because you guys basically divided the question. Okay, and our next big identifier. This is the flag of which Indian state? You people need clues. Well, I think the question itself is a big clue. Yes, Tejaswini?
Maharashtra, I'm just guessing.
No, I'm afraid it's not Maharashtra. Any other guesses?
West Bengal.
No.
You need to give a clue now.
Just because I'm from Bengal doesn't mean the flag is up its Bengal. Okay, so how many Indian states actually have the privilege, of having their own flags? I don't remember many.
Is that Jammu Kashmir?
Yes, that's correct. Recently, all its special status was revoked, but yes, it had a
Yeah.
flag before, and this is the flag of Jammu and Kashmir. Our next pick identifier.
By the way, who answered this question?
This one was answered by Sharanya.
Okay. So we'll be moving on to our next question.
Yes. This is the logo of which food delivery service? Yes, Tejaswini?
Food Panda.
Yes, that's Food Panda. Correct guess. And I believe we'll be coming to our last pick identifier pretty soon. Which iconic building of Delhi is this? Delhi is filled with iconic buildings, but can you recognize this one? Yes, Tejaswini.
Yes, guessing it. Is it Russia Fort? I don't know.
No. I'll tell you it's not Feroz Shah. It has got nothing to do with the Tughlaqs or the Khiljis or the Mamluks. Any guesses? No. Pranav, can we have the answer please to this one?
Well, actually,
I
I'm
think this is
not
the
quite sure
Sardar
about
Jung,
it.
this is the Sardar Jung Tomb, and it is indeed an iconic building. Although not as famous as the Taj Mahal, but I think it was an obvious guess from the dome itself that like it looks pretty similar, so it had to be a building of the Mughal era. And the next pick identifier. So far we have got only one answer, and that it was divided. And this is the last pick identifier, so I will ask everyone to try. So this is an award, and for which movie did Satyajit Ray win this award? Any guesses? This is the last and last attempt to 100 points in this particular round. The next round is rapid fire, and I can tell you it's actually going to be a rapid fire.
Any clues for this?
Yes, this is the Golden Globe Award or the Golden Lion Award, actually. So, can you guess the name of the movie for which Satyajit Ray won this? Tell you the movie's name. It is originally in Bengali. And guess what? This is pretty famous. It came out in the papers because he won this. Who guesses so far? So, would you like me to tell the answer?
Yes.
Okay. He got this particular award, the Golden Globe Award, for the Aganthu or the unknown. And with that, we come to the end of the fifth and the second last round. No one attempted the last question. And now we have round six, which I formally called rapid fire. Questions made by me, and this is going to be rapid fire. The rules of this round are quite strict. So you'll be having 10 questions, 10 marks for each correct answer. There is going to be negative marking, and you'll be having a time boundary. Exactly 1 minute, no more, no less. So my suggestion would be if you don't know an answer, pass it because if we have time, I can always repeat it. But if we don't have time, I won't be able to repeat it, and we can at least try to attempt all the questions. So the first person who will be attempting the rapid fire is Chandana. 10 questions, 60 seconds. Are you ready? Remember, each question 10 points. Don't know a question, that's fine. Wrong answer, minus 10.
Yeah.
And your time has started. Who wrote the the book Long Walk to Freedom?
Who wrote the book?
Long Walk to Freedom.
Long Walk to Freedom. As
The only structure on the earth which can be seen from space.
the only structure from the
Which can be seen from space.
Great Wall of China.
Correct? Plus 10. The most punctual and polite country.
The most
Punctual and polite country.
answer and polite country.
Yes.
France.
Wrong. It's Japan. Kumi Tarana is the anthem of which country? One small clue, it's a neighboring country. Kumi Tarana.
Pass.
Okay, 8 more seconds. Which fruit's scientific name is Solanum lycopersicum?
Sorry.
And your time is up. So, one correct answer. I told you, try passing it if you don't know. That's the beauty of this round, actually. So, that would be a plus 10. Didn't give any wrong answer. Okay, you did give one wrong answer. That was France, which should have been Japan. So, your score is nullified. 10 plus 10 minus 10. The next rapid fire is for Sharanya. Are you ready for it? Remember, 60 seconds, 10 questions. Plus 10 for correct answer, minus 10 for wrong. And here's your first question. Kabir Singh is the remake of which Telugu movie?
Arjun Reddy.
Correct, plus 10. Who was the first gymnast from Romania to win a perfect score of 10 out of 10 in 1976 Summer Olympics?
Pass.
Which fictional detective lived at 221B Baker Street?
Sherlock Holmes.
Plus 10. In which street does the British Prime Minister live?
British Prime Minister. I don't know. Okay, pass.
What is the name of the art form which means contact combat in Hebrew? It's a martial art form meaning contact combat in Hebrew.
I couldn't hear you properly. What are the three words?
What is the name of the art form which means contact combat in Hebrew? It's a martial art. 9 more seconds.
Okay, pass.
Who was nicknamed as the People's Princess?
People's Princess.
And your time's up. I think you did really well. 2 correct answers, now you plus 2, and no negative marking. So, last participant, last round of today's QuizMania. I must say this has been really nice having all of you. I was tense about having participants so older than me, but you guys have been like really great. So, Tejaswini, are you ready for your share of rapid fire?
Yes, Kaushiki.
Okay, your time starts now. What is the name of the boundary demarcation line between India and Pakistan?
Pass.
What was the code name assigned to India's first successful nuclear bomb test at Pokhran?
Pass.
Which singer's real name is Robin Rihanna Fenty?
Pass.
Diamonds Are Forever, License to Kill, Live and Let Live are movies starring which famous spy?
Pass.
Which is the smallest bird in the world?
Hummingbird.
Correct answer, plus 10. What is the famous sparkling wine of France typically used during celebrations, commonly known as?
Pass.
Camilla Cabello was a part of which
Pass.
girl band? Who was the singer originally a part of the band Beatles, was shot dead by a serial killer named Mark Chapman?
Pass.
Delhi's first female chief minister?
Mini.
Your time's up.
Christmas.
You were about to say Sushma Swaraj. You had said it 3 seconds earlier, I would have given you the marks. So you passed all of the questions and I was able to call out only 9. But I think you took a great choice. With that, we have come to the
I answered one question.
You did. You'll be getting a plus 10 for that. Don't worry. We have all these scores added up. So Pranav, can we have the scores now? And we'll see who the winner is. But no matter who the winner is, I must say this was one fabulous round. I never thought that grown-ups could be so cool.
So this was a very interesting round, So we have Tejaswini B with 680 points. We have Chandana with 490 points, and we have Sharanya B with 420 points. So we have Tejaswini B as our winner today. Congratulations, Tejaswini.
Oh my god, you actually did the right thing by passing all those tests. Actually, congratulations to all of you for being here and
Congratulations.
putting up with us, basically.
Thank
So,
you.
that's the end of QuizMania. We'll be having one more round, and with that, we'll be ending this session. But for today, it's adieu.
Thank you all for your cooperation and your time with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Great job, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
you did really well. Thank you very much.
I kept you people waiting a lot. It was a mess up on my part.
And